And it's
I'm like,
you know, I could put the things that I battle with now into perspective. Sometimes I can't, man. Sometimes it takes a Matt or it takes a Dino to put it in perspective for me.
Right.
And that's part of the work that you're talking about, man, is that I make sure that I have contact with you guys and I'm always in communication with you guys. You guys see my face. It's not just like, I'm doing great on my daily messages or whatever. And you guys, like you said, you do the pull-ups because when people put that shit in perspective for me, man, I was able to take the one piece of advice and stop doing everything my way. That's the one thing I did right, and then I let God run my life, and I let men run my life, and I watched examples, right? And with that, I was able to overcome an addiction to heroin, an addiction to cocaine, an addiction to alcohol, all these fucking vices I had, right? So when I put it like that, when somebody else puts it like that, wow, man, is it really that difficult to try to like implement some of the things I learned in the beginning to stay where my feet are at? Now, do I do it perfectly? Absolutely not. I'm an asshole.
you're also a human.
Right. I'm also human, and I'm an asshole at least once a day. At least once a day. And sometimes it's just to myself, and that's cool.
We can go get Ashley and,
Yeah,
and really put the truth out right now.
I'm fucking good there.
No, don't get her. Don't get her. Don't get her.
At least that day.
I like
At
one of the
least.
sayings that we hear, and I don't even think you hear it quite enough, but I think sometimes, and I fall into this too, when somebody does have a lot of time, I feel like I really shouldn't say anything to that person because, like, who the hell am I? You know what I mean? But the saying is, too many years, not enough days.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the longer I stay around, the more I see that, and the more I don't want that.
Right.
I don't want that. Wednesday night, I shared. You guys were there. I shared.
I don't listen when you talk.
I know. So I I don't blame you because it's pretty long.
I was going to send Bubba a picture of my balls and tell him to turn to you and show it to you while you're sharing.
We waste no time in those things.
Yeah.
Somebody came up to me outside. Dude's got like 30s, whatever. A lot of time.
Got some time.
And he was like, "Oh, I didn't know this was."
I already know what the fuck you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I
I didn't know this was a speaker meeting. I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Oh, he's like, you have 30 years?" And I'm like, "Why?" He was like, "Because you talked for 30 minutes." I said, "No, I have 11 years now, and I talked for less than 11 minutes. And what I shared had everything to do with recovery and the reading, unlike where the meeting was heading."